witchcraft. How many of you think that you've ever been rebellious against God? Y'all can talk back. And he compares that to the sin of witchcraft. But we get easily offended when somebody says witchcraft. But we're looking at a lot of people who performed witchcraft. Because you've been rebellious. Because when God told you to do something, you didn't do it. Why? Because you were looking at the people that asked you to do it versus looking and hearing God's voice to do it. Obedience is better than sacrifice is essentially what Samuel was saying. But what really pricked my heart is when he said rebellion is like the sin of witchcraft. Witchcraft, for those of you who may not know what witchcraft is practices involving communication with spirits, especially demons or the dead, for the purpose of gaining knowledge or power. So rebellion is just like you involving yourself in communication with spirits, especially demons or the dead, for the purpose of gaining knowledge or power. It's a very dangerous thing to end up on the wrong side of God. The reason why David, herein lies why we get to chapter 16 now, why David was able to be appointed as king, is because his heart was in the right place. And more than anything, God just wants to make sure that your heart is right. I know that we get to say, we use this as a crutch oftentimes, is that God knows my heart. You got to be careful when you say that in these days and times, because that is not always a good thing. Because if your heart is not in the right place, then you're saying, God really knows that my heart is not in a good place. He knows that my heart does not really care. He knows that my heart does not really care for the things of him and his people. You got to be really careful that we use that excuse to try to crutch us when we sin and fall short of the glory of God. Because we like to say that, well, God knows my heart, so we'll still cuss. God knows my heart, so we'll still be nasty to people. God knows my heart, so we still gonna sin. We still gonna sleep around. God knows my heart, so I'm gonna just still drink and smoke. God knows my heart. But the problem is that we keep preaching that God just searches the heart. Yes, but make sure that your heart is pure. That was the whole point of it, is that I want somebody that I can trust that has a pure and contrite heart that will truly serve me in worship and spirit and in truth. I don't want you to just have a heart for me. I need your heart to be pure. And this season requires more than ever a mature body of Christ. There's a people who are looking for an oil that is not self-absorbed, meaning you aren't just focused on yourself, your interest and your problems and your circumstances and your feelings, but you're focused and concerned about the healing of the souls, not for self-gratification or self-gain, but for the glory of God. Everybody standing. I'm very compelled. When I was meditating all week, and I said, God, what is it that you want from your people? And he said, the people that are lost are looking for pure heart Christians and believers. We have muddied the kingdom waters too much. I have a friend, I keep asking her to come to church because she needs God. And it grieved me because I know she's so lost. When she said, I trust you and I trust your heart, but I don't trust everybody else in the church. How can we effectively build kingdom when our motives aren't right? I couldn't hoop you today. I'm not apologizing now, because I am in a place in a season where I'm yielding to the giver of the oil over my life. And when you yield the right way to the giver of the oil over your life, then you don't care what people think about you. You don't care if they like it, if they go with it, because you know you have a mandate to be his mouthpiece. Because at the end of the day, I just need somebody to know that God still loves you, but he wants your heart right. God still cares about you, but he wants your heart right. And we got to be careful in this season who we have conversations with. Because if every time you have a conversation, it's not really edifying God, there's nothing great that comes out of that conversation, then you need to dead that conversation. Because what we see is that people will go, and I saw a post that Quasia put up, there's a manipulation spirit that's roaming the land. It's that people are quick to come and cry victim and be so manipulative and trying to be so-called transparent when they're really not. They're just trying to get people on their side, because I still want to feel how I feel without actually doing the work to get my heart right so that I can call the enemy out for. It's a distraction. I've been in a season, hear me, where the enemy has been, there's this thing called overthinking. And I saw a post the other day, and this man says, overthinking is spiritual warfare. And I said, wow. That hit me like a ton of bricks, because what the enemy is trying to do is cause the people of God to stay in their heads so much that we miss God, that we miss instructions, that we miss fulfilling the assignment of God. Because if I can get you in your feelings long enough, if I can keep hatred in your heart, and we got to be very careful. I pray God don't take somebody before they get it right with people. Before you get it right with God. Because you can sit here and think you right, and then you get to the pearly gates, and he was like, wait a minute, because you held that in your heart for 10 years, for 12 years, and you never released it, and you never got it right. You never apologized. You never went and brought clarity to the situation. But you called yourself a man and a woman of God. You called yourself a child of God. And we really think our heart is in a good place. And I checked me first. It always starts here. I said, God, if there was anything in me, anybody that I need to go and talk to, anything that I need to get it right, because I don't want to go to sleep and not wake up and my eyes open in hell. Because we're doing too much of just haphazard living that we're not really concerned about our eternity. We around here playing around Russian roulette with our life and our soul. And God is like, you don't see the signs of the time. You don't have time to play around with your salvation. Get out of your feelings. Get out of your flesh. Leave it out the church and let's heal. Healing is the children's bread. And God is saying, I'm here and available, but you got to come willingly. You've got to give. I'm no longer chasing you to give me something that I told you I would carry. I told you I would carry your burdens, but you still want to hold on to it. So until it gets too heavy for you, till you get tired of carrying that hurt, until you get tired of carrying that disappointment, until you get tired of carrying that, then you come to me, I'm still here. I'm still here. And it matters what's on the inside of your heart. It matters, because what you don't understand is out of the heart the mouth speaks. Your actions are saying just how you really feel. When you're absent, it's saying how you really feel. When you shut down, it's saying really how you feel. There are some people who ain't even came to church today because they're in their feelings. But we claim we want to be healed. We claim we want to be whole, set free, and delivered. But how you doing that at home? Why? What happened that caused you to be in your feelings? Who did it? Let's have the problem with the African American churches. We don't like to have healthy conversation. We don't want to have the hard dialogue. We just want to, well, I'm not going to worry about it. We just going to brush it under the rug. And you just opening more door for the enemy to come in and play with your head Monday through Sunday. Every day of the week, you are now in your head, in your feelings, you in your emotion, because that's what the enemy wants. He wants to cause you to be so overwhelmed in your thought that you can't even function. You can't be productive in God because He coming for your mind, which filters into your heart. And God said, I'm here today. And it's sad that some people really, the altar call is going to be given. But one thing about it is God is not in the season no more forcing himself on people that know the way, that know. He's more concerned with, I really want y'all to get it together because I got people out there. God, I'm praying that the 23 or the 40 kids who died in that camp knew you. Because who encountered them? Here it is now. This is what we don't think about. Who encountered them that knew God but didn't open their mouth to speak the goodness of God? That offered them an opportunity. And here it is, you're in the house with an opportunity for God to heal you. And some of us are still going to leave out here broken. Still leave out here empty. If there is one that wants to come, create an altar, create an atmosphere. Because I don't want you to deal with what you dealt with all last week. God doesn't want you to do that. Your heart matters. And everything flows from it concerning you. So if there is one, the altar is open for prayer. If there is one. Because there are circumstances and situations that we deal with. We say we over it, we let it go, but we haven't. We still deal with it. We still carry it. You still carry it. You still carry it. And you think you're carrying it well, and you're not. God came to lift the heavy burden. He came to lift the heavy burden. So come lay down the burdens you have carried. Yes, Lord. For in the sanctuary, God is here. Come on, can we lift up worship? So come lay down the burdens you have carried. For in the sanctuary, come on, say, God is here. Come on, if you're at this altar, go ahead and start opening your mouth and begin to surrender. So come lay down. Yes, Lord. For in the sanctuary, God is here. Come on, if you're out there, worship Him. So come lay down. The burdens you have carried. For in the sanctuary, God is here. Come on, open up your hearts, people of God. So come. Come on, open up your hearts if you're here at the altar. God is here. So come lay down.